From Stats NZ, the population of New Zealand is approximately 5.3 million. From Wikipedia, the population of Auckland is approximately 1.53 million, or 1.8 million if you include the outlying rural areas and the islands of the Hauraki Gulf. From this chart from Stats NZ's latest unemployment report, it looks like they must be including all parts of Auckland, as there are no separate data sets for the outlying rural areas and the islands of the Hauraki Gulf. So the Auckland area on this chart captures approximately 1.8 million people out of a total New Zealand population of 5.3 million people. Now I know that not all of these people are working age, but the working age demographics should be pretty constant throughout New Zealand. So 1.8 divided by 5.3 equals 0.3396. If you multiply that by 100 to get a percentage, then you get 33.96% or 34% if you round up. So 34% of New Zealand's population is in Auckland. And from the report, this says that 37.9% of New Zealand's GDP also comes from Auckland. Today's headline figure shows an unemployment rate of 5.2% in the June 2025 quarter, which is bad enough, especially when you see that this figure has been kept down because the number of people aged 15 to 24 in education increased by 18,000 people, a 5% rise from the previous year. The report says that the annual increase in youth in education came primarily from those not in the labour force. This group increased by 20,400 people over the year. Current labour market conditions could be influencing young people to enter or remain in education. So if they're not in education, can't find a job and go on the dole, then they are counted as unemployed. But if they are in some sort of education, it's all good, nothing to see here. So none of that's really any good for Mr. Luxon. But I think this part here is the part that will really be scaring him. Unemployment rate in Auckland is 6.1%. The unemployment rate in the Auckland region increased 1.5% annually, from 4.6% in the June 2024 quarter to 6.1% in the June 2025 quarter. Annually, the number of unemployed people in Auckland increased by 15,000. So when you look at this chart and it shows this little bar here for Auckland that looks almost the size of every other bar, it doesn't look too bad, does it? But when you take into account that this little bar, which is actually the highest bar out of every other bar, and that represents 34% of the population, then you can fully appreciate how bad that figure really is. When Auckland's pumping and everyone feels plush because there's lots of jobs around and house prices are being pumped up to the moon by mass immigration and a manipulative rbnz, then Aucklanders get confident and start buying up investment properties in all the smaller regional areas. This pushes up house prices in those rural areas and locks the locals out of home ownership forever, but that's okay. The government's happy to let these people make that sacrifice because it's for the good of the economy. It's funny because the small regional areas still have super high house prices even when Auckland's unemployment levels are rising and house prices are dropping fast. Now I wonder how long the local real estate agents are going to be able to keep this pretense going before reality kicks right back in with a bang. Some of you have probably noticed that I have a new series that follows the real estate listing numbers in many areas of New Zealand. It may not be apparent to everyone right now what the importance of that series is, but in a few weeks' time when the number of listings start increasing, I think that there's a good chance that we might see a rush to the exit by people like the large contingent of Auckland investors who are not doing as well as they were just a couple of years ago during the fake rbnz-induced sugar rush. But listen guys, only time will tell. And thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe and I'll see you all in the next one. Cheers for that.